Hello guys, it is Jead, and the best EVO of the entire year, the FS Academy EVO, now has the full upgrade path released. But it's also one of the most confusing things that EA have ever dropped. Even I was a little bit confused when they started dropping the steps, but I've gone and looked into it, and here is the full guide for the FS Academy EVO. Here's the train Yoni that I'm doing, and let me know down below who you're doing as well. Now at the end, I'll give you guys some of the best plays you want to do. If you want to be a meta rat like me, I've got some of the best plays you can do from scratch for the EVO. I'm doing Yoni as a Liverpool fan, of course, and rather than do what other people have done, right, I've seen a lot of guides on this already, and a lot of what people are saying is just exactly what steps to do the EVO. I'm going to try and tell you how to make the best chain possible, because for my Yoni, for example, if I just put him into all the basic steps from the FS Academy EVO, he got an 89.7 meta rating on FUTGG, and the way I've managed to do him now, you would have seen, he gets a 94.7 at the end of it, so he makes him a much better player in game. So a lot of people are missing on how to make these cards even better. So yeah, let's go step by step through how to actually get the best card. Of course, boys, make sure to subscribe if you like EVO guides like this in the future, or just even if you're locking in on FC26 for the next few weeks. Leave a like while you are down there, and of course, let's jump into it. So like I said, at the end, I'm going to give you some like tips, things you can avoid, and also the best players to use, as there is a few players that if you do want to use them are just better than like sort of every other card in the game. They have had a better play styles or better body type or whatever it is, right? But starting from the top, you might already be halfway through this, but starting from the top very quickly, if you've not done any of this, you're going to go to your store, you'll have an unassigned pack, which is the FS Academy contract. You claim that, and it'll be in your club evolution section, and then one of the most confusing bits is at the top. They've got the evolutions, they've got the FS Academy roles, the FS Academy just regular section, and the FS Academy rewards. But the contract will be in FS Academy. You can go and put that on your player straight away. You don't really need to worry too much. If you're using a bronze player, you can put them into some regular evolutions first to get them up towards a silver and a gold and give them some better stats. But just know, if you put them in evolutions and it gives them some crappy play styles, that kind of defeats the main purpose of this EVO, in my opinion. So for me, I'd go and get the contract on them. Now, this is where it gets confusing. We're going to try and make this as simple as possible, right? What I would do, if I was you, I'd go to objectives, I would go to campaign, and I would go and complete the full advanced scouting report and the scouting report objectives. That gives you everything to work with, and you can build your player as best as possible from scratch, right? When you go and do that, you'll go to store, and you'll have a load of packs. You'll have playstyle packs, you'll have the weak foot and skill move player pick. Go and claim all of it, right? Just go there, open all the packs, claim all of it, right? And eventually when you've got that, this is going to be the main steps, okay? Now, just in case you are doing this as we go along with the video, again, I'm going to go into players at the end, but the best tip I can give you is use one of two kinds of players, right? A player that has no playstyle. So I'm doing Yoni. The reason I like to play with no playstyles is I can build them exactly how I want. But there's an even better option, again, if you're being a meta rat or you want to choose a player that's going to be really good in game. Choose a player that has only good playstyles. So they might have 1, 2, or 3 playstyles, but they're only good ones. So what I mean is, this Hatter has Quick Step, which is great, Jockey, which is great, Intercept, which is amazing, and Ping Pass, which is great. So he has a few good playstyles, and what you'll find out later when we're building the card is, it's actually quite hard to just build the card from scratch with loads of good playstyles. EA have made a lot of the playstyles they give with the FS Academy crap ones, right? So you can choose a player that already has 3 or 4 good ones, but again, no bad ones. It is an amazing shout, right? After you've chose your player and you've put them in the FS Academy contract, and you've got your playstyles and everything ready, and hopefully it's getting a little bit less confusing already. We know where everything is now in EVOs. Here's what you're going to do, okay? You're going to go to FS Academy rewards only, okay? Don't do anything else yet, because again, you can mess this one up really easily. Go and put on them first the playstyle plus that you want on the card, right? If you go to here, you'll see I've already put my Anticipate plus on my Yoni, but you'll see you'll have Incisive, Rapid, Quick Step, whatever one you're doing, okay? Go and do that first, because we're going to try and chain this EVO, and if you mess that up, it's going to get really, really shaky, okay? Don't waste it. So do your playstyle plus first, completely up to you what you choose, right? All the playstyles in the first set are really nice. Then, you're going to go and put all the base playstyles that you want. Now, again, you can do this up to 7 playstyles, but what I want to stress is, don't put playstyles on players for the sake of it. So put block on them if they're a defender, that's great. Inventive, power shot, acrobat, chip shot, precision header, dead ball. They're all average playstyles that we don't want pretty much on all of our players. Maybe dead ball if you like free kicks. We don't really want them on any of your players. Relentless is fine. Whip pass is crap mostly. It's okay on wingers. Aerial fortress is okay. A lot of the playstyles are crap, right? So what I'm going to recommend you do is only put the playstyles you actually want. And even if your player only has 3 or 4 playstyles, that's absolutely fine, right? Don't put playstyles on the players for the sake of it. And we'll get into why in just a second, right? The next thing you want to do is, again, in FS Academy rewards, I've already used mine, but you should have the skill moves and weak foot upgrade. I think I've got mine here because you get 2, right? Skill moves upgrade and weak foot upgrade. Go and put that on your player. It's going to make them 4-star, 4-star. Don't need to worry about that. That's fine. The weak foot and skill moves upgrade later gets a little bit confusing. Don't use the 5-star player pick just yet. You just want to use the 4-star, 4-star. Now, if you've already done the rewards and you go to store and you get you do have the player pick between the 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, it is really confusing. I don't have it here, but what you'll see is when you open it, it doesn't straight away say if you've done the player pick. you'll know what I mean. It doesn't say which one's 5-star skill moves and which one's 5-star weak foot. Make sure to click the right stick down and preview it first, because if you choose the wrong one, you can't go back, right? Now, something you guys need to know is, again, a really important tip, if you thought this was better than it was, you cannot make the player 5-star, 5-star. It's not possible. So what you need to make sure of, if you're picking a player, like a lot of people are picking the bronze Mike from Bayern Munich, his first name is Wisdom Mike. I had no idea. What a name that is. There you go, Wisdom Mike. Now, he is 3-star, 5-star. So a lot of people are picking cards like this because they think they can make the cards 5-star, 5-star. You physically cannot do it because the EVO requirements. So if you want to play with 5-star skills, do not pick a player that's already got 5-star weak foot and vice versa, okay? Okay, so at this point, you can then go put the roles on the player. You can do this for every single role, right? So if your player plays centre mid, centre back, right back, CDM, you can go and put all the roles on them for, every position they play. So go and do that. It's not going to be a waste, don't worry. And at this point now, you should have a player similar to my Trey and Yoni, where you got 4-star, 4-star. He has 1 playstyle plus. He has all the playstyles you want on the card, and he has all the roles you can get on the card, right? This should be what your card looks like right now. He might be lower rated or higher rated, whatever, it doesn't matter. The main thing is you've not put them in any stat boost yet, because this is a really important step, right, that makes the card even better. What you're going to do when you've got to this stage is you're going to go to either evolutions and you're going to go to rewards. Check both of them, just regular rewards, right? And you want to put your card into any evolution that gives them better playstyles that are not available in the FS Academy pack. So, for example, in my Trey and Yoni, if I go and show you him here, the reason that he's going to be so good in game is I could not get Incisive on him from the regular pack. I could not get, I believe, Intercept on him from the regular pack. But I added both of those, and I think Pinged as well, by the way. I added all 3 of those just from separate EVOs, okay? So you can get better playstyles, which is why I said before, don't put wasted playstyles on them. But really importantly, if you're using a card like I'm using Trey and Yoni, you're using a bronze or a silver card, to get the best card possible, if you can get some early stat boosts on them, it's great. But here is where you don't want to mess up, right? Do not put the card into an EVO that changes their rarity or cosmetic type. So what I mean by this, if you take a look at this Athena here, she gets the Team of the Year Honorable Mention EVO just under the webcam. So she would go to the Team of the Year Honorable Mention, and then if you did that with your Future Stars, they won't fit any further EVOs. That's number 1. The second thing is, also with this, let me be frank, it makes all the cards in it 88. You need the card to be 84 max rated and to keep the same rarity. So some of the evolutions out right now that are good for that, if you go to the bottom of evolutions, there is some, it's normally the ones at the bottom, right? Creative Director can be good because it just gives some play styles. It doesn't give too much of a boost, right? It gives a +1. Creative Director is a great one. The Crab Walk is a great one. Again, doesn't give much of a boost, but gives jockey and gives some nice stat boost. Line Breakers that you can't use. It makes them honorable mention. So again, different rarity type, makes them too high rated. But if you go to your awards, you might also have some EVOs here that give like some playstyle pluses. Again, do not give them a different cosmetic, but you can give them some rewards here. That is how you're going to get the best card possible. As long as they stay 84 max and they stay as the same rarity, go and build that card as high as possible before the rest of the steps. That is all of stage 1. That is what came out the other day. So here's a quick recap before we jump on to the big confusing stage, which is stage 2, right? You've gone and got them in the FS Academy contract. You've gone and put them in all the base playstyles, which you got from objectives. You've gone and put 1 playstyle plus on them, not 2, 1 playstyle plus on them, again from objectives, so you can claim them in the store. You've gone and made them 4-star, 4-star, but you've not done the skill moves in weak foot yet. But remember, when you do the skill moves in weak foot, you can only make them 5-star, 4-star, so make sure you choose the right one. Your card should be below 84 rated, and it should be still a Future Stars rarity type, but apart from that, you can go and put them in as many other EVOs as possible to build up their playstyles and build up their stats. And you should have a card that, whatever your card you've chosen is, but looks something similar to this, right? Here is stage 2, and just in case you missed it from the start, stage 2 is all about going to objectives, and it's going to be that advanced scouting report we showed earlier. So if you're wondering where any of this is, it's the advanced scouting report. You do get the 5-star weak foot skill moves, you do get the playstyle plus pack, and then of course you get 2 times 81 because that's great. And then if you go to club, you go to evolutions, and you should see the rest of stage 2 is in FS Academy here. And it is going to be not the debut stuff. Again, we shouldn't have done that yet. This is the one from before. It's going to be the Future Stars here where it gives you all the positions. And then right at the bottom, the club legend one as well, right? Now, here is the one I've seen the most people mess up, but it's actually the easiest to get right. First thing you're going to do, as long as your card's maximum 84, you can finally put them into the midfielders, defenders, or attackers. But what I do want to say is you don't necessarily have to pick the same one that your player plays in the position of. So what I mean by that is my Trey Yoni is going to go into this midfielders one here because I've checked all of them, and this is the best. But if you've got a card that's a midfielder, you might actually find that putting them into the attackers EVO gives them a better rating because it might give them more pace, shooting, dribbling, and the midfielders one gives more defending and passing. It depends what you want to do. If you want to check this, you can go and check it all on FUTGG, right? As you can see in my Yoni here, it's an absolutely mental chain. Most of it is just because of all the play styles you have to add for the Future Stars. But I went and checked him, and as you can see, if you go down about here, the FS Academy debut midfielders give him the highest rating and give him the most stats that I like, so I went and used that one. But you can go on FUTGG, you can go to the Evo Lab, and you can click and choose between the 2 or 3 of them and see which one's best. But go and put them into that first, and it should make them 86 rated. Now, after you've made them 86 rated, now again, this is where people are messing up once more. So again, you've got all these positional upgrades here, but again, 90%, I've said again like 5 times, 90% of players on the game are going to have more than one position, right? So again, centre mid and cam is what I have got for Trey and Yoni. This says centre mid and cam, this one says centre mid and CDM, but Trey and Yoni will fit both of them. So once more, you don't need to do this straight away. You can go and check which one's going to be better because the stat differences are quite different. You can just check in game, by the way. If you want, you can just check in game. The reason I like doing this on FUTGG is because look what I'm going to show you what we can do right now. You can check 2 or 3 stages ahead, right? And don't, by the way, in case anyone's asking themselves at the minute, don't put the second playstyle plus on the card just yet. We will get to that. Here is what I mean, right? I've just gone and built this Joel Hatto from scratch. I've just gone and put him in all the regular Evos that we've gone through for the rest of this video. And I've put him in 2 playstyle pluses because basically he doesn't go into a rest of a chain, so it's fine. But we'll come on to the second playstyle plus. It doesn't, I promise you, it doesn't matter, right? So as you can see here, I can then preview the 3 cards. So I'm obviously not going to put them into the attacker upgrade. That'd be a little bit silly. But you might see that defender or midfielder upgrade might be better for your card. Now, for Joel Hatto in particular, it's definitely the defender upgrade that's better. Because even though he's got 0.1 meta rating, I can't play this card in midfield. So having the dribbling and passing is nowhere near as important as having the defending and the physical. So I can then put him into the defender Evo. But again, as long as you've not done this in the game yet, nothing's locked in. So then what you will see is, again, centre back or left back. Now, what you'll see is the left back one actually has a higher meta rating by quite a bit as well. So these are the centre back stats. These are the left back stats. But again, you might be playing your card in one of the 2 positions. It means that you want to use one of the certain Evos. But it's really nice being able to preview the differences between them. And again, let's say we're going to choose centre-back because I want the centre-back on this card. We can then see the Club Legend attackers, midfielders, and defenders. And in this instance, I might want the defenders just for the pure defensive and physical. I might see this and go, actually, no, I want the midfielders because I like my centre-backs having decent passing and decent dribbling. I might even choose the attackers if I was mentally deranged, but, you know, up to you. What you can do is you can see what they look like in one of the paths. And if you don't like it, you can just go down here on FUTGG. You can get rid of it from the first one you put in, and you can start again. I could then try him in left back, and then I could put him into the defenders one. And maybe this is the best card where he has 90 physical, 87 defending, and it lets you play around with the cards, right? So you can go and do that, and that's what I would recommend you do before you actually put them into the upgrades, because sometimes using one that's not your position, so maybe like I say, a midfielder one on this Hatto, actually makes them a better card. Now, obviously, I hope that makes sense, but this is, again, a really confusing Evo. So any questions or any recommendations you want for your Evo, let me know down in the comments. But next steps, because we are not done yet, of course, next steps, we've still got to do the 5-star skill moves or 5-star weak foot, and we've still got to do the second playstyle plus, and there's a reason I've left those to last, right? So if you go to your FS Academy rewards, first thing you can do is you can go and put your 5-star skill moves or weak foot. If you're using a defender or midfielder, weak foot's probably going to be better. If you're a skill moves abuser, skill moves going to be better. It's completely up to you, right? I've not unlocked them yet, so I've still got the 4-star, 4-star, but again, remember, you can't have 5-star, 5-star, so pick one or the other, right? Now, the playstyle pluses, right? There's a reason I'm only going to show you the playstyle plus right at the end. It's because of basically how EA have done it. Now, look here at the pick options number 2 for the playstyle plus, right? The way the playstyles work is you can only get one from this set and one from this set. So a lot of people have asked, what if I put a player in that, for example, already has Bruiser plus? Can I then go and give them Intercept or Quick Step? No. If they've already got one playstyle plus, the second playstyle is going to be one of the ones from the bottom, right? EA have done this on purpose. They've put all the good playstyles at the top, so you can only get a half-decent second playstyle, right? Does that make sense? Now, if you love one of these second playstyles, then go for it. The rest of this might not matter in terms of this specific step. But for example, Ping Pass Plus is a great playstyle, so if you want that, that's fine. But a lot of people maybe want Intercept and they want Anticipate if they're doing a centre-back. And it is possible if you stopped here, right? As you can see with our Hatto that I've now got rid of, you can get things like Anticipate Plus in the Season Pass level 28, okay? Now, what is really important to know is you need to know what the max requirements are for these Season Pass Evos and any Evos we get. Because I think the Anticipate one here is max 88. So, of course, if you make your Future Stars a 90 rated, they're not going to fit that Evo. But what you can do is, if you've already got an Evo lying around, maybe in your rewards, you already have Finesse Shot Plus from like last season, you might have Rapid Plus from this season, or Anticipate Plus, whatever it is, right? If you want to use one of these as a second playstyle, rather than one of the ones the Future Stars Academy gives you, you can make your playstyle player max 88. You can then go and give them a second playstyle plus, like Anticipate. Then you can have, rather than having what FUTGG are telling you here, where you can have Incisive, Rapid, and, you know, then you have to have one of the second ones, you could give them Intercept from the Future Stars one, you could give Anticipate from the Season Pass, and then go and do the rest of the Future Stars chain, right? Now, for me, again, Trey and Yoni, I think Ping Pass is great for midfielders, so I'm just doing the regular Future Stars Evo. But just in case you do want 2 of these, it is possible, but you have to use external Evos, like I said, you know, the Season Pass, or rewards, or maybe from last season's Season Pass. but it is possible. And once you have done it, you should get a card like my Trey Yoni here. It says 5-star, 5-star. That's false. That's just FUTGG not knowing the requirements. He can only be 5-star, 4-star. So I'm probably going to put 5-star weak foot on him. But this should be like now what your card looks like, right? You can get 2 playstyles, all the base playstyles we showed you how to do with the chain earlier. If you do through all the way, they're going to be 90 rated. If you've stopped earlier, they might be 88 if you want that second playstyle plus. And hopefully, if you've done the chains right, they'll have absolutely beasted stats if you put them into a few chains before the Future Stars ones, like we explained a little bit earlier, right? I'll leave a like if that helps, but let's get into what are the best playstyles and more importantly, the best players for this EVO if you just want an amazing player for your team. So starting with the playstyles, right? I'm going to quickly say all the ones who pick number 1 are amazing. Every single playstyle in that list is amazing. I think the ones that are a little bit better though, if you want like absolute beast ones, are going to be Incisive, Finesse Shot, and Intercept, and Rapid, right? Quick Step and Anticipate are a little bit like on a B tier. The reason I've done Anticipate on Trey Yoni is he has Intercept as a white playstyle, and I couldn't get Anticipate as a white playstyle, so I decided to go for Anticipate Plus, right? But basically, Anticipate and Quick Step are like a level below. The other 4 are like God tier level playstyles. Now with pick 2 again, Ping Pass is my favorite, Technical for attackers and Jockey for defenders. I think Press Proven, First Touch, and Long Ball are all the avoids, right? I think they're by far the worst 3, and Jockey, Technical, and Ping Pass are a level above them when it comes to playstyles. When it comes to choosing that 5-star skills or weak foot, complete playstyle. If you use 5-star skills, choose 5-star skills. If you're, doing a defender and you don't use 5-star skills on attackers, then choose 5-star weak foot. Regarding these base playstyles here, when you're choosing them, the biggest tip I can give you is don't put playstyles on for the sake of it. As you can see, I give my Yoni Bruiser, Relentless, and Tiki Taka from the base playstyles, and all the rest of them, right? Technical, Intercept, Incisive, low driven. I also give them low driven, but technical, intercept, and incisive, I give them all from separate external evolutions, right? So do not put things like inventive and acrobatic on just for the sake of it because you want to use all the playstyles. Let's jump into some of the absolute best players for this EVO. Number 1, because we have quite a few, but number 1 is no surprise, Estavao. Again, he fits some of the requirements earlier. He already has finesse, he already has quick step, and he already has technical, and these are 3 white playstyles that you cannot get from the base playstyles pack. So, you can add on him Tiki Taka, you can add low driven, and you can add relentless and some other things, but you can't add them 3, which is really, really nice. And he obviously is amazing in game. So we can start with him, and you can make him actually 5-star weak foot for once. Now, more for some hidden gem kind of EVOs. This Darvich, right? He has 3 positions, which is really nice, because when you're doing the EVOs later on, you get to give him the cam, the right mid, or the centre mid one. So he has 3 options. But again, he already has incisive, he already has first touch, and he already has technical. So he's missing finesse shot. But if you use him as a centre mid, or maybe even a cam, he has some really nice playstyles elsewhere. You can give him finesse shot plus, you can give him low driven base. He can be an amazing card. Again, because he's low rated, you can chain him, right? Speaking of another absolutely hidden gem, I believe his name is Amatucci, if I'm going to get this right. It should be this silver just here, Lorenzo Amatucci. Look at this base set of playstyles on a centre mid, right? Intercept, Anticipate, Jockey, and Incisive. So, of course, you can give him Ping Plus, you can give him Tiki Taka base, you can give him Quick Step, you can give him whatever you want to do, right? But he already has a lovely base set of playstyles. And as a CDM, I could see some amazing chains on this card, although he is 5'8", so if you want tall CDMs, I can't really help you there. One of the best attacking options I've seen by far, and I've seen a few good EVOs of Vicky Lopez already, because look at this for a base card again. A lot of you guys might already have a Vicky Lopez EVO. She has Finesse Shot, Low Driven, Trickster, and Technical, which again, you could give her Incisive Plus, Tiki Base, Ping Plus, you give her Quick Step or Rapid. She's got an amazing base card. You can't really do any chains with her, but with 4 positions and the amount of upgrade options she has, she can be amazing. One of the more popular ones, but again, a really good option, is just base Endrick. Forget doing like Inform Endrick, obviously he's 86 rated. Base Endrick, he does have Power Shot, which is a bit of a waste, but Game Changer is starting to get used more and more by pros because of the accuracy on the shot. And he has Rapid and Quick Step. The reason I like him so much is because he has Rapid and Quick Step, you don't need to worry about his pace play styles, but you could give him Finesse Shot Plus, and you could give him Low Driven, you can then give him Tiki Base, and he becomes an amazing striker. Probably just missing Incisive, so maybe you want to give him Incisive Plus, but then he doesn't have Finesse Shot Plus. So it depends how you do that, but he's great for links as well, and a lot of people like this Endrick card in game. Before we get on to the last one, I want to just show Hato again. Hato, I didn't just show him for no reason. He's an amazing option. That is some of the best playstyles I've ever seen for a centre-back or even a left-back. So again, you can make him one of the best defenders. Again, he's a little bit short for a centre-back, but as a left-back, he could be amazing. Always like a pacey, ratty centre-back. And one of the last options I want to show you, just because it's a bit under the radar, is this Ayub Biadi. He only has technical, but what I do like about this card is sort of like the way he feels in game, because I've used this card really early on with an EVO. He feels really nice. He's 6'1", so again, he has that centre-mid. He has tall and lean, so he has that lanky body type. I think it's weird, because as a defensive centre-mid, I think is where he wants to play, but he's already got technical, so he should feel nice on the ball with that RB dribbling. So make this card a defensive central midfielder, already has technical. You can give him Anticipate or Intercept, whatever you want to give him. He could be a really nice card, and I like him as well, because he's so easy to link. So even though he gets icon chemistry at the end, right? Which again, I don't think we've mentioned this video. All of these cards get icon chemistry. They get max chemistry. They don't give anyone else in your team chemistry, but they just get full chemistry. But even though he does get that, he of course gives French links and Ligue 1 links, which is really nice maybe for your team. Right, I hope this helps, ladies and gentlemen, because this is one of the most confusing things EA have, ever dropped for absolutely no reason. They did not need to make it this confusing, but hopefully you're going to get a beast of a player in the game because of watching this video, and hopefully you can do a little bit of a chain like I'm doing with Inyoni, just so you don't end up, doing some of the mistakes I've seen some other people do, right? Of course, again, subscribe if you are new, and let me know down in the comments, who are you using? I might leave a little rating out of 10. I'll see who you guys are doing. Are you doing it like a creative one, someone you've not seen before? Or are you just doing like Endrick or Vicky Lopez or someone that is quite meta? Are you a bit of a meta right like me? But yeah, like always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.